Hello and welcome to 2024. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. It's a book I wrote after I healed myself of cancer simply by changing my consciousness, by looking inside and seeing what was actually amiss. So one of the things that I have come to really understand about this universe, about this world that we live in, is that in all of creation, there is dark and there is light. On this planet, the darkness has been in charge for a very long time. We've been living in the age of darkness. And darkness, although many people think that darkness is just the shadow, it's just the contrast. It's actually far, far more than that. In physical form, darkness has been waging war on the light. This is why we see war on the planet. This is why we see people being controlled, being manipulated, being tracked, being, you know, we are under tight surveillance as humans on this planet. And this is the outcropping, the physical manifestation of the war of dark and light. And as beings of light, all beings are beings of light. But the more the dark has penetrated the light, the more the light gets shut down. And depending on your mixture of dark and light, it depends on your quality of existence. If there is far, far, far more dark than there is light, well, then your behavior will reflect that. And this is why we see, you know, criminal activity. We see, you know, people like fighting and killing each other, and, you know, just anger and rage and resentment and hatred. That's where the darkness has taken hold. It's not that they're bad people. It's not that they've done anything wrong. It's just the dark has taken control. As beings of light, we're meant to just shine. We're meant to just be radiant. The light. It's light. It's breezy. It's easy. It's joyful. It's fun. It's exciting. It's creative. It's sacred. It has reverence for all life. But that's not what the darkness is. When the darkness penetrates the light and takes up residence in our energy field, in our being, that darkness starts to manipulate our being. It starts to detract from the quality of our light. It starts to drain our living life force energy. And this, my friends, is where disease originates. It's not that we're being attacked by physical things. Our bodies are manifesting the wounds that we have received every time the darkness penetrates the light. Emotional wounds are not visible until they turn into dis-ease of some sort or another. When our bodies are displaying disease, they're literally showing us where the wound of the darkness has taken hold in our bodies. The antidote is to get rid of the darkness. Pills don't do that. We have to do that. We have to learn how to clear the darkness. We have to start looking at what's actually happening. We have to shift our perception, because this is another thing that the darkness does. It distorts our perception. It muddies the waters. We need to enlighten ourselves. We need to turn our light back on. You know, when you have those aha moments, like, oh, I get it, right? Light bulb. That's when we turn our light back on and we have the awareness. Suddenly we become aware of the solution. Aha! This is where the healing happens. When I found myself facing cancer, I thought I was being attacked by a killer disease. And it felt every day like this thing was coming to get me, that I was under attack, that cancer was this enemy, and I was the victim. Well, one day I suddenly, doing, had the light bulb moment. It was like, oh my gosh, that's not what's happening. I suddenly realized that my body was doing exactly what it was designed to do under the circumstances. I was living with fear and shame and guilt and doubt. There was a whole bunch of darkness that had gotten inside. I was feeling oppressed. I was feeling like a victim. I was feeling like life is this a certain way and I have to deal with the way it is, and I didn't like the way it was. I had a misperception. That's what the darkness does. It distorts our perception. So in 2024, this is the year where we undistort our perception. This is the year where we turn our light back on. This is the year where the darkness is being removed from the planet. This is where we put an end to all of these patterns of suffering that were happening in the age of darkness. The reason I say all of this is because the age of darkness is now over. The end of the 26,000 year cycle, or however many thousands of years it has been. The end of the cycle is done. The cycle is complete, and now we're moving into a new cycle, into a new era where the light is in charge. This is why, if you are watching this, you are probably a light worker. We have been here shining our light, doing the work to clear away the darkness. As we clear away the darkness, as we raise our own vibration, like, oh, having these light bulb moments, like, oh, wait a second, right? We're turning our own light back on. This is the year for humanity as a whole to turn all the light back on, so we can start creating peace on earth. And we can start actually living on this planet, not just surviving. We're not here to survive. We're here to thrive. We're here to live. And when we turn our light back on, you know what happens? Brilliance, radiant health. These are the byproducts of having our light fully shining, fully turned on, having cleared out the darkness from our own energy fields, from our soul, from our aura, whatever you want to call it. We have to start looking beyond the pills, beyond doctor knows best, beyond forced procedures, beyond the commercials, beyond the programming. Are you ready to move beyond the programming? Are you ready to see what's actually happening to your body rather than simply assuming? Do you know what the word assume means? Not just the standard thing, Assume means to take the form of, to assume a position, take a position on. If we assume disease, it will consume you and you will become that. So let's stop assuming the worst about our bodies and let's start knowing the truth about our bodies so that we can understand the best about our bodies. We can understand that our bodies are on our side. We can understand that our bodies are designed to heal themselves. But they can only heal themselves to the level that we open our awareness to see what's actually happening. So this year, 2024, I'm calling it the year of the light. The year of the light returns. And we have to look at the light. We have to look at light and dark. Light feels great. It's happy, it's joyful, it's exciting, it's enthusiastic. It's like falling in love, right? When you fall in love, it's like, everything is amazing. It's because we are beings of love and light. It's the fabric of what we're made of. The dark feels heavy and dense. It feels like fear and doubt and worry and anxiety and oh my God, depression. We have to start looking what's inside. Where's the darkness? Clear it out. Replace it with your light. There are all kinds of ways of doing this. Go check out my website. There are some things on there to help you do that. There's a class in my shop called The Rose and the Globe. That is this very simple way to start clearing out the darkness when you discover it inside. When you're feeling fear, you're not stuck with it. It's a frequency. It's an energy. You can gather it up and transmute it. That's the power that you have. We all have this power. We all have dormant superpowers, literally. We are so powerful, but it's our light that's powerful. It's our love that's powerful. It's our brilliance, our radiance that's powerful. When we're wallowing in self-pity and doubt and fear and lack and shame and guilt, we don't have any power. The darkness has taken over. And on this planet, the darkness has been in charge for a very long time. It has been a very unbalanced planet with the dark consuming 80% of everything on this planet. The dark has been prevalent, but that's not the case anymore. Now the darkness is rapidly fading, rapidly going away, because we are shining our light. Let's look and see what's actually been going on here. because we don't need to live in these states of fear, of pollution, of natural disasters, of rampant disease. It's completely unnecessary. And it's up to you and me to change it by turning our light back on. Are you ready? Let's join together to turn our light back on. This year, I will have some new things coming. I'm taking January mostly off to go within, to discern, decide, create what I'm going to offer, because everything is changing so rapidly. What I have been doing is going to morph and change. So stick with me. If you like these messages, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't read the book yet, go ahead, it's fun. People like reading this book because it's filled with lots of great, simple, practical tools and information. And follow me on Facebook. My group on Facebook is called Soul Sourced Healing. You're welcome to join me. So thanks for joining me today for another Lunch with Lisa. I look forward to 2024. It's going to be a fantastic, amazing, miraculous year. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next week on Lunch with Lisa. Bye for now.